Good afternoon, guys. How are you guys doing?
Hey guys, Jason here with Phastek Performance, and we got Ricardo over here with us.
Definitely. Jason's gonna kind of pull you guys up here so we can kind of get you guys joined in as far as what we got going on for you guys today. Let's see. So today we have a new product. We've been kind of working on the past couple months, as some of you guys know. I mean, we always kind of like to come out with something new, something different, and we thought why not start off with a fifth gen?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the fifth gen guys. You guys are getting into what, the third ownerships, you know, the third times, you know, buying the car. And some of you guys might be wanting to mod those cars. You bought those cars cheap enough, and trust me, I mean, they go for a decent price nowadays. So why not go ahead and spend a little bit of that money to go ahead and mod the car and make it a little bit better? And we have a shifter for you guys.
So this is the new Phastek short throw shifter. We've been working on this for a while now. Developing it, making sure it works great in the car, shifts nice, comfortable, doesn't transfer a bunch of transmission noise.
No.
So I'm gonna go ahead and, since Ricardo touched it, we'll let him open it.
Why not? I already kind of pre-cut the tape, so I'm giving you all a heads up on that. Pre-cut the tape already, so the box is already kind of open. But this is what you're gonna get when you guys order this kit from us. They're in stock, as you guys can see. You got plenty here, and we got about 3 or 4 times as much on the shelf sitting over there. So they are definitely ready to go. Product just went live today. So if you guys are interested in a short throw shifter, this is what you're gonna get. This is what it's gonna look like. Okay, so got the box here. And the first thing you're really gonna see is the instructions, okay? That's where it's packaged, that's where it's laid out there. So kind of flip the instructions back, and you're gonna have a little bit of wrapping and some packing peanuts.
So this is the shifter here, guys. It's a short throw shifter, 25% reduction in throw. And it is
very nice.
It's all stainless steel. So what you're gonna look at, we also have a factory shifter out of a 1415 sitting here.
Kind of show you the differences.
Show you basically the differences in these. So what we've done on this one is we've shortened it. You can see where this does look longer, but it actually makes it shorter, okay? On this shifter, it's all stainless steel. The other thing is we put in bearings in here, so it's hard, so you don't have to worry about like nylon bushings wearing out. The other thing we did on this shifter as well is, you notice the factory ball is actually pressed on. This one's actually machined into this shaft here. We also, when we built this shifters, we kept the dampening just like the factory in here. You'll see that the factory is basically, it's filled with rubber. We basically did the same thing with ours. It's more like a silicone. And so what it does, it helps keep the dampening in the shifter from vibrating and be so rough, and it's still a solid piece.
And what it does is also, you know, some of you guys that might know of the 5th gen shifter, maybe you already have a shifter in your car. Depending on some of the brands that are out there, a lot of the noise that you guys might hear is transferred from the bottom where the forks are all the way to the top, and you guys kind of hear that noise. It's kind of like a little bit of a buzzing noise.
Yeah,
I want to say.
So it's like a vibration.
A vibration, like there's something vibrating, something feels loose, something sounds loose. Nothing's actually loose, but you still have that sound there. Well, this shifter, we had them eliminate that. I mean, we just didn't want that. I mean, you know, he's driving the car, I'm driving the car. I don't like to hear it. I know you guys won't like to hear it. So why not develop a shifter that's not going to have it? So that's why we kind of mimicked the factory piece. It's got the full rubber, and I don't even know what else is in
that's
here,
rubber.
really.
This was a silicone. So like I said, it gives a full dampening so you don't hear the noise, and obviously with the shifter in the car, it's going to be pointed just kind of like the factory shifter is.
Right.
So it kind of gives a lot of the factory feel to the shifter. And without making a lot of noise. Obviously the factory did. And what you're going to notice on some of the aftermarket shifters, they're either just a straight rod where it's going to vibrate and it's going to make noise. It's going to transfer through. Some of them that are straight through, they'll give you a tape to basically stick on to help deaden the noise or get rid of some of that vibration. Well, with this one, you don't have that issue.
No tape, no nothing. In like you said, we've been working on the shifter for the past couple months. It's been on the car for the past couple of months to make sure that everything's going to be fine.
Daily driven.
Daily driven. I mean, and the guy that owns the car, he likes to be on the car once in a while. So we know it's going to get the use out of it. It's going to get, you know, have a little bit of abuse. It's going to kind of be taken care of at the same time. But we wanted to make sure that it was going to be a nice, solid piece, so that way when you guys get it, it's virtually flawless.
Yeah. So the other thing we did on this shifter as well is we give you more than just a shifter. We give you all the hardware that's going to go along with this shifter, and we can show you right here what we have.
like here's the pin and everything that's you're gonna get in here. When you get that shifter, that little tie wrap, it's just basically holding those bearings in place. Okay, so you're gonna take that tie wrap off, and you're gonna replace it with these machine pieces as well.
These solid bushings here,
yeah.
okay? So these aren't nylon, like some of the aftermarket shifters you're gonna see on the market.
They come with nylon.
They carry a nylon bushing, and then if you want, you have to upgrade to the steel bushing.
Right.
And with this one here, we developed it where you don't have to upgrade. It comes with everything you need.
No, it comes with it. You stick it right in place, guys. I mean, one for each side, and then you have the pin that gets replaced with it. Obviously, getting there's all the extra space and everything that is taken up with all the other components.
Comes with a new clip. Comes with a new spacer.
New spacer. So I mean, all that stuff gets replaced. So easy install. You're not gonna have a big problem with it or anything like that. And one other thing that we also give you, okay, one other thing that also comes with it that I like to kind of accent on it are these fork bushings. Okay. Now you guys might be thinking, well, why do I have to replace the fork bushings? I don't have the factory bushings here, but those factory bushings are rubber. And when I mean rubber, I mean they are much softer than the rubber you're gonna see in the factory shifter. So much like the rubber in a bushing, or if you guys have replaced the bushings in the car, they're very kind of rubbery, very squishy, especially with a lot of heat that the transmission and the motor emit from that car. All that's contained because of the heat shield that's right on top of the transmission. So a lot of that heat is staying right there at the top.
Yeah, so what it does, obviously with the heat and everything, it causes the shifter to deflect more. Right. Okay, we're not keeping it solid. So some of the aftermarket shifters you'll see are built with the full cradle. A full billet cradle, going to cost you probably about another $150 more than something like this would. And those shifters basically, by putting these bushings into the factory fork, that's basically what you're doing. You got 4 of them, so you got one for each side. Side.
Yeah, because there's 2 forks. If you guys you're looking at it, when you take the entire fork assembly off, there's 2 forks that sit off to the sides, and basically that bushing in there, it's a one-piece bushing. That bushing it in turn gets replaced by these. You put the factory pin back in it, and I mean the slop, the movement with those rubber bushings is just eliminated completely. Yep. These are a Durlin piece, so if you guys know what Durlin is, we've talked about it before in the past.
I call it Delrin. I call it Delrin. He calls it Durlin. Yeah, I think it's Durlin, but I call it Delrin.
I'm German. No, no, but I mean, what it does, it really just kind of eliminates a lot of that slop that the factory pieces are going to do. You put the factory pin back in it, so you don't have an extra pin or nothing. You put the factory pin back in it, and these just replace that factory bushing.
So again, when we developed these, we made these out of Delrin, just so it gives it that extra support. It's stiffer. You don't have that slop of the shifter going back and forth when you're banging through the gears.
Right.
Something else we did to kind of finish off this shifter here is we made it where you could still reuse your factory boot. Okay.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, there's no extra replacement or anything. We give you the zip tie and everything that goes in place. It's got a little set screw here, so when you get it adjusted to where you want it, where you feel comfortable. So this is another kind of cool thing about it, is that you can take this, and obviously you're going to need enough threads for the shift ball. Okay, obviously you're going to need enough.
And we include the shift ball with the shifter as well.
Yes.
So
this is going to go down. It's going to go down far enough, and trust me, it might take a little while, but it will thread on there. Okay, so you go down. You'll say you want it there, where the boot's going to come up a little higher. You can go a little bit lower too.
I mean, I suggest going maybe about half an inch down it.
You usually suggest a little bit more. So definitely, when you kind of get that on there, you get that put on. You get the set screw put in place. You have your boot also, and everything that you're going to put back on, and then the ball just goes right back in place. So if we can kind of line it up here.
The other thing I didn't point out as well is that when you're mounting the shifter back in place, this is the factory shifter, there is a little socket that this sits in. Well, you're going to reuse that socket back on here.
Yes.
What we do is we give you also, with your shifter, we give you a tube of grease to stick back on that collar that holds this in place into the car. Okay, so we do give you extra grease. You can put grease on there. You can put grease on your pin, on your factory, on this pin here as well. And
that's really it.
Yep, that's it.
Once you got everything kind of put in place where you want it, then you can kind of take the zip tie that we would provide for you as well in the kit and put your boot back in place. And then essentially, like we're going to show you right here in this car. Okay, this has been the test car that we've had for the past couple months using the shifter.
So real quick, let's tell them what it fits.
Okay.
So
we haven't talked about that.
Yeah, we didn't talk about it. It fits the V6 Camaro, it fits the SS, and it also fits the ZL1.
Yep.
So this shifter will fit all 3 models.
All 3.
No.
You know, so so when you guys get the box and you see, hey man, it says V6 and V8, it's because it fits all models.
Yep.
You know, anything with a manual transmission on a 5th gen, this shifter is going to fit right in place.
And we do have instructions for that as well, for both the V6 and the V8 guys.
And you are going to get that in the box as well. So we kind of put one sheet of instructions for you guys, so that way everyone's kind of covered no matter what model you have.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and show you what it looks like.
Hey Ben, hey guys, how y'all doing?
You know, we got any comments going on?
No, just Ben.
No?
Hey Ben.
Oh, just Ben?
Yeah.
Really, just Ben?
Sorry Ben.
Just Ben. No, all right guys, so we'll go ahead and show you what it looks like. Jason, I think he's going to run across to the driver's side.
I'll jump over here.
I'll go ahead and show you the passenger side, what it looks like. We'll get the camera and everything kind of moved over there, so that way you guys can see what this shifter looks like once it's installed. You know, and like we said, it's very simple, very nice, easy kit. So let me go ahead and grab the camera equipment, get my camera guy walking over there. So like we said, guys, it's going to look aftermarket, yeah, when you get it installed, but it's still going to look like almost like a factory piece too, because you have the factory boot, everything factory goes right back into place.
It's a clean look. That's the thing. So when we developed this, we had this sleeve made here, which basically we didn't add a nut underneath this shift ball. This is basically works as the nut right here on the sleeve. That's why we have a set screw in it. But basically, if you wanted to, with this ball, you can run this all the way down. So right now, this is run all the way down to where it stops. Then we put the ball on it. So it still gives you a nice wrist action here. You're not up here. You're not down here.
It's a nice solid feel,
You're perfect.
too.
You're like right where you need to be.
Yeah.
And like I say, it's a solid piece. This is what it's going to look like once you add the boot back to that collar there.
Right. Yeah. And like we said, guys, I mean, it's a nice factory feel to it. That's what we wanted to make it generalized, so that way everyone can kind of love it. That's why we just went with a standard white shift ball. You know, all you guys, you know, maybe you find a decal out there, you want to put it on there, you get your name, you know, something like that, kind of put it on there. It's a very nice flat surface. Goes along with the interior of the car. I mean, it almost looks like a factory piece other than the white ball.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, other than that, I mean, it goes together very well.
We use a 2-inch ball. That way it fits perfectly. It's not too small, it's not too big. It fits perfectly in your palm. And it makes shifting so much easier. I mean, with the short throw shifter, if you don't have one already, and you're looking to upgrade, this is definitely going to be a good shifter. You're going to want to shift the car all the time. You're going to want to shift all the time. So
you're going to want to take it out to, you know, what are those, Tail of the Dragon, and I might be saying that wrong, honestly, but you know, I mean, some of those roads, I mean, that are just out there, you know, I believe out in Tennessee. I mean, that's been kind of a dream of mine to kind of go out there and take a Camaro out on those roads, you know, and so why not go out there and enjoy it? You got your car, you got to shift it, hit those gears, man. Maybe even if you're at the track, you got a manual transmission. Maybe you're running for that record, man. Maybe you know what? I want to shorten my shift times. Short shifter's going to do it.
Yeah, right there.
You know, definitely. You know, so
the thing, like I said, is we tested this for several months just to make sure before we went to market with it, before we showed it to people that, hey, we're absolutely happy with what we're getting and what we're putting out there.
Yeah.
The shifter. How much is this shifter? I want to say this shifter we have it listed at $239.95.
I believe so. I believe it's $239.95, and like we said, guys, it comes with all that stuff. The Durlin bushings. You got the ball. You got the extra pieces. All those pieces, including the shifter itself. So I mean, it's really kind of it's a great buy. I mean, honestly, I mean, if we start thinking about it, some of the other shifters that are out there, you have to buy the shifter starting at about $240, $250. And then you got to buy the upgrade kit for the bushings if you want the bushings.
Exactly.
Another $40, $50.
Yeah, you're into a shifter for like $280.
Yeah, so I mean, this one at $240 and you get all that stuff.
And it has a dampening system in it.
Exactly.
That's the
so
thing.
you're not going to get that extra vibration
into this.
Exactly. So you're not going to get that extra vibration that you don't want out of the car, or that's kind of an annoyance, really, when it kind of comes down to it. So that's what we got for you guys. You know, hopefully you guys, I mean, if you
buy it, you're going to enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely. It's a simple, easy install. It installs through the bottom. You know, kind of give you a quick rundown on how to install it. The interior does have to kind of come apart a little bit on the top side, but once you kind of get the top side and everything disconnected, all the work is mainly on the bottom. Top side stuff is all simple, easy, 5-10 minute stuff. The bottom side is what takes the long time. And when I say a long time, I'm not saying 3 hours. No, I mean, realistically,
I would say realistically maybe an hour install. By the time you get the car up in the air, by the time you go up and you're doing it correctly and you know, slowly, by the time you put the bushings in, I'm gonna say you have an hour in it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's really not that hard, guys.
It's not.
And like we said, it's nice, easy, cheap. It's affordable because I mean it comes with everything already. You know, there's no extra kit to buy. There's no other upgrade or anything like that. It comes together very easy.
Simple deal.
Simple.
All right, guys. Well, look, that's our new shifter. Fits the 2010 to 2015 Camaro SS, V6, and ZL1.
Yep. 1LE, guys, too.
And 1LE. If you have any question on us, you could drop us a message here on Facebook. If not, you can reach us at 1-855-FASTECH. And again, visit the website, www.phastekperformance.com. And we will see you guys again next week.
All right.